The sentencing hearing for Army Sgt. Bowe Bergdahl resumes today after emotional testimony. Bergdahl walked away from his post in Afghanistan and was captured by the Taliban. After 5 years, he was released in a prisoner exchange. Bergdahl pleaded guilty to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy. He says that he left his post to report misconduct at his base. Mark Strassmann is at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, with the evidence presented against him. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. In Bergdahl's case, that charge of misbehavior before the enemy has to do with the way he put U.S. soldiers at risk when they went to look for him. No U.S. soldier was killed in that search, but the court did hear from a former Navy SEAL who was wounded. Bowe Bergdahl arrived at the Fort Bragg courthouse, where he came face to face with men who went on dangerous rescue missions to find him. Army Colonel Clinton Baker, who commanded Bergdahl's battalion at the time, testified one unit was on patrol for 37 days straight. The only time you slept was when you couldn't stay conscious anymore, he testified. Retired Navy SEAL James Hatch walks with a limp and a service dog now. But in 2009, he was part of Bergdahl's rescue mission near the Pakistan border. He was shot in the leg during that mission. On the stand, he described the moments following his injury. It hurt really bad. I thought I was dead. He survived, but his military career was over.
I felt like, maybe if I'd have done things a little bit differently, not gotten hurt, the mission wouldn't have failed.
In 2015, Hatch talked about his injury and Bergdahl.
He needs to know, how much was risked.
The judge is considering a motion to drop the case over President Trump's comments on Bergdahl. On the campaign trail, then-candidate Trump called him a traitor who should be shot.
In the old days, boom, firing squad. No, it's true.
The judge ruled in February that he has not been influenced by President Trump, adding those comments were made when the president was still a civilian candidate. But defense lawyers argued Trump brought his campaign comments to the forefront again last week.
I'm not going to comment on him, but I think people have heard my comments in the past.
Army evaluators concluded that Bergdahl suffered from a schizotypal personality disorder when he walked off his post in Afghanistan. His lawyers want the judge to consider that as he decides whether to put Bergdahl behind bars for as long as the rest of his life. Norah?
Mark, thank you.